So here we are at Eli Field, less than perfect conditions, although unusually the wind is actually down the runway. And talking about the runway, we have 900 feet of beautifully manicured asphalt runway, which I'm going to make the most of today. Just a quick check, a flight control check, we're good. Elevator, set the takeoff flat, that's landing flat takeoff. You know what? Taking off the runway's boring. Let's do what the OV is meant to do well, and that's take off short, rough terrain. So here we are in the pilot's box. There's no pilots here today, so we're going to see if it will rotate on this less than ideal runway and less than ideal length runway. We're probably looking at about 40 feet here, so flaps in, power up and go. 2 power 180s on 12 S5000s. As you can see, it isn't exactly lacking in power. So flaps away. I love the OV-10 for that. The fact that it's such a versatile, rugged, durable and fun aeroplane. You know, there's a lot of giant scale twins out there that, whilst being very cool, aren't a lot of fun to fly. This thing is. Bringing it around now, flaps down to the landing position. I want to do a slow flyby in this bumpy conditions and show you the electric gear cycling. So I'm going to hit the gear around about now. Nice and scale actuation speed, scale retract, the nose goes forward, mains go back. You'll see the doors begin to shut around about now. There we go. And we're clean, so flaps away and start being a hooligan with it. Another thing which I love about the OV-10, you don't have to just fly it like a scale putt-putt aeroplane. Lots of power, lots of control, agility is its forte. Great positive pitch control, so looping maneuvers are made a breeze. Even with all the ordnance on. I've got missiles and that drop tank on. Doesn't make any difference. Not the fastest rolling plane in the world, but more than happy to do scale type rollers. I mean, I'm sure the real one doesn't do a rolling circle, but the model is happy doing it. Super powerful rudders. You almost have to be careful not to over control the rudders. There's 2 of them and they're gigantic in size, so yeah, you've almost got to rein it in on the rudders, control inputs. One other thing that surprised me during the OV-10 development was how nippy it is, how fast it is. I mean, again, 12S setup, 1P. Let's give us a high-speed beta pass. So there's full power there. Lovely sound off the Hangar. I hope the camera managed to pick up on that. But yeah, it's no slouch. So we'll do another one of those high-speed passes, see if we can get that resonation off the Hangar. That was me throttling back instantly, a little bit of motor braking there, so showing you now the true versatility of this aeroplane. I've done probably what was 110, 120 mile an hour pass, throwing the flaps out into tactical approach flap, which is almost 70 degrees. More than I recommend in the manual, but a lot of fun to be able to then go and just hang the OV out to dry. I mean, look at that. That's probably 10, 15 miles an hour and no indication of a stall. It's so friendly. That Hershey bar wing makes for a very, very predictable aeroplane. I don't think I've ever remembered during the testing it biting me, and we do really try and provoke these aeroplanes, but to show you now what the stall is like, we gain a little bit of height and get it all hung out to dry. So by that I mean a little bit of power, full flap, beginning to put in full elevator here. There's full elevator. You can see maybe the GoPro picks up on my transmitter, but yeah, there's your stall. There's one of the reasons why I chose the OV-10, one of the many reasons. It's, for me, has to be the most friendly scale Warbird twin ever made. I'd never normally do this height with any aeroplane, but the OV is so predictable. I've got full elevator in there, a little bit of aileron to catch that departure. Show me any other twin giant scale Warbird that can be that friendly around the stall and I'll be surprised. So
30 seconds, gear down.
One of the things I love doing with the OV is touch and goes. So we'll put the gear down. We've got this lovely pit area in front of us we could use as a runway if we like, but you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use the grass and land short to show you guys Hopefully the undercarriage in operation, trailing link undercarriage, absorbs all of those landing loads. Again, not many giant scale twins weighing 45 pounds that I'd be able to do that with and get away with it. The OV, no problem, eats it up. Another cool thing I like, so many cool things. I know I keep going on and I'm biased as the product developer, but the OV-10's ability to land short from height. So I think they call it tactical approaches. So I've got full flap out, which isn't all of the deflection, unfortunately, today, because had this airplane set up for competition work. So I've actually got more flap to give, but I'm gonna land from here. I'm probably 250 feet over the threshold of the runway. No way I should be able to land from this position. In fact, I'm gonna make it even worse, I'm gonna come closer. So I'm now a good section in on the runway and coming into land. So pitch forward, tactical approach, no power obviously. How about that for a demonstration of the OV-10's undercarriage? So that, ladies and gentlemen, is our latest creation, the Hangar 9 OV-10 Bronco. Thank you very much for joining us for this tech talk. One very proud product developer and avid modeler, having a lot of fun with his work. So hopefully you will embrace it, you'll have as much fun as I do with it, and I look forward to seeing OV-10s out there flying in the future.